Welcome back to the Work From Home Center, guys. Things have been kind of crazy around here, and I swear if I had $1 for every time someone has told me, I don't know how you do it, I would probably be pretty rich by now. And I get why they say that. I mean, my husband is deployed. I have 3 kids under 4, and one of them is a fresh newborn. So, yeah, things are kind of hectic around here. I'm drinking a lot of coffee lately. But I just wanted to kind of talk about how I stay sane and, actually enjoy motherhood around here. And so we're just going to clean my kitchen today and we're just going to have a little chat. So grab your coffee and let's go ahead and get talking. So, my biggest thing, honestly, is like letting go of control. And I know that sounds like kind of counterintuitive as a mom because like we're supposed to be in charge, right? But I do find that like when I am not trying to like micromanage my kids and their play and everything that they do, honestly, like things just go a lot smoother and they just have a lot more fun. Like they play longer, and they are more creative. And honestly, like both kids and clothes can be washed. Like there's gonna be messes and those can be cleaned up. Honestly, like letting go of trying to have like this perfect Pinterest playtime and just generally like home for me as just it doesn't make sense for me like having that. I mean, I would love to have like a spotless home all the time, but I am in a season of life where that's just like it's not my season, right? Like or maybe I just don't have the skills to have a perfectly curated and clean home all the time, and I certainly have learned a lot in the last 6 or so months that I have been a stay-at-home mom on a lot of like cleaning habits, don't get me wrong, and I've gotten way better. However, I just don't think that that's my season, and that's fine. But just kind of letting go of that control is just truly, I mean, it's life changing. And it doesn't mean that you just like let everything go by the wayside, but you understand like where you're at and what is like a reasonable ask for your season of life. And that kind of goes along with like my tip number 2 is just like lower your expectations. And I am again not saying just like give up on all structure or stop caring, but like for example, if you're going to decide to bake with your kids, like you need to go into it knowing that it's going to take twice as long and it's going to take 3 times, or it's going to be 3 times as messy. But like set your expectations beforehand. And so instead of getting frustrated by like extra scoops of flour, it's all on the floor, they've taken spoonfuls of batter, like just enjoy it, instead of getting frustrated, like understand that it's going to be more of an experience than maybe like the most perfect tasting cookie. And I think that social media messes this up with us a lot. Like we see a lot of short curated clips of calm, happy, clean families. And, we think that there's something wrong with like the chaos that's going around with us. But like these are highlight reels and our kids are learning through this mess, which is like so important. They're getting on like all this hands-on experience, and that's how they learn through messes. And when I see like the toys scattered everywhere and the flour on the floor, like I try to remind myself that I'm gonna miss this mess one day. I know I don't miss it now, and I like probably won't miss it in like 2 years, but maybe in 20. And, just kind of having perspective on that and kind of going into the tip number 3 on perspective. Like there's that saying, like, don't cry over spilled milk. Well, I honestly think that that saying was meant more for moms than kids because like there's those times where you're about to sit down, you're finally gonna eat. Because I don't know about you, but with 3 now, I'm struggling to get like real meals in. Honestly, it's a struggle. But like you sit down and you're like finally ready to eat, and then like someone spills milk everywhere, and you're like, oh my gosh, like you just want to cry. But like I just find if I just like pause, take a breath, and just like kind of find the humor in it, like of course that happened right now. And like in the small or in the grand scheme of things, like when I have that perspective, it doesn't ruin my day because it's like, it's so small. It doesn't matter, we can clean up milk and I can wait another 2 minutes to eat my food. Like, having some humor is honestly like a huge survival skill, I think, in motherhood. Like, just being able to laugh, and it kind of makes everything feel lighter. And your kids see that too. They learn that, their mistakes aren't huge disasters. It's just like a part of life. We make mistakes and like we can fix them. And, remember that this is just a season. So, like, I know some days feel never ending, especially if you're having like another sleepless night. There's crying, there's messes, like, but it truly is just a season. And I've learned that through just having 3 kids. And yes, they are young, but like, I've gone through the same season 3 times now with each of them. And I realize how quick they are, even though sometimes they feel so long, like when you're in it. So, like, even like the chaos of things, I try to notice the little things, like, when my kids have like really big belly laughs, like, I just know that they're not going to have those big belly laughs for so long. And like, just those tiny moments, like, that just reminds me, like, kind of the sacred work that I'm doing, like raising these kids. And like, I don't want to miss the magic because I'm too busy trying to pick up the messes and stuff like that. So, and my last tip, this is probably geared a little bit more towards my Christian mamas, but, starting the day, like reading the Bible for me, praying, and just talking to God kind of like sets the tone for everything, and talking about all the things that I'm thankful for and counting our blessings. Like, and I know that there's like that joke, it's like, don't pray for patience or God will give you lots of opportunities to practice it. And you can insert patience for whatever thing you're praying to God for. But it's true. He's going to give you a lot of opportunities, but honestly, those opportunities have shaped me and allowed me to grow as a mother. So I continue to pray for opportunities for patience, and God definitely provides those for me. But every time that I've chose like grace over frustration, I see it reflected in my kids. Like, they learn what they live, right? So like, if we model gentleness and forgiveness, they will absorb it. And so, yeah, I'm not a perfect mom by any means. Like, I lose my patience, I get tired, and I definitely have my moments. But these are the things that help me stay grounded and embrace the chaos instead of fighting it. And motherhood is not about doing it perfectly. If it's about showing up with love and giving yourself grace and remembering that, like, you're doing better than you think. If this video encouraged you, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. If you're looking for recipes and homemaking tips, homesteading content, I'll link my blog in the description below, and you can also find a ton of videos on my channel. So take a deep breath, and you've got this. I'll see you in the next one.